Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up.
Young and the Restless, Kyle and Victoria's connection. Over the last several months on The Young and the Restless, Kyle Abbott and Victoria Newman have found themselves spending more time together than anyone probably expected. Their interactions have often centered around arguments involving Victor Newman, but there has always been an interesting difference between their personal relationship and their opinions about Victor. Kyle may be frustrated with Victoria, but his anger is rarely directed at her personally. Instead, he is upset because she continues to defend her father and protect him from the consequences of his actions. Kyle's anger toward Victor. Kyle has every reason to remain furious with Victor. The Newman patriarch has caused serious problems for the Abbott family, and the damage has piled up over time. Kyle has watched his family suffer because of Victor's schemes, betrayals, and relentless attacks. So, when Victoria asks him to walk away from revenge, Kyle has struggled to listen. Victoria understands exactly how dangerous Victor can be. She knows that if Kyle takes things too far, Victor will not simply stand back and allow it to happen. Instead, he could retaliate against Kyle and potentially target Jack Abbott and the rest of the Abbott family all over again. Victoria tries to stop Kyle. That is why Victoria has repeatedly tried to convince Kyle to reconsider his plans for revenge. She may be a Newman, but she does not want to see another war erupt between the Newmans and Abbotts. Victoria knows that another major confrontation could destroy what little peace remains between the families. She has even warned Kyle about the consequences for her own family. Victoria suggested that if Victor launches another attack against the Abbotts, Nikki Newman could finally reach her breaking point. Nikki has already separated from Victor because of his behavior, and Victoria fears that another betrayal could push her to leave him permanently. Kyle has not seemed ready to forgive or forget. From his perspective, Victor has gotten away with too much for far too long. Kyle may understand Victoria's concerns, but understanding her does not erase everything Victor has done to his family. This creates an unusual situation between Kyle and Victoria. They disagree strongly about Victor, yet their conversations have not turned into genuine hatred. In fact, the tension between them may be evolving into something neither of them expected. Are Kyle and Victoria sparking? That is where things could become especially interesting. Recent developments suggest Kyle and Victoria may be developing a surprising connection. Their constant conversations, disagreements, and growing familiarity could be creating chemistry beneath all the conflict. If that spark is real, it could completely complicate the Newman-Abbott rivalry. Kyle is still determined to hold Victor accountable, while Victoria remains protective of her father and worried about another family war. But if their feelings for each other continue to grow, they may be forced to choose between their families and their own happiness. A dangerous new romance. A Kyle and Victoria romance would shake up Genoa City in a major way. It could also force both characters to see the Newman-Abbott conflict from a completely different perspective. Kyle might begin questioning whether revenge is worth sacrificing his connection with Victoria, while Victoria could find herself caught between defending Victor and protecting the man she is becoming closer to. For now, nothing is certain, but the signs are becoming harder to ignore. Kyle and Victoria started out as uneasy allies on opposite sides of the Victor Newman problem. Now they may be heading towards something much more complicated. If their unexpected chemistry turns into romance, the fallout could be enormous for both the Newmans and the Abbotts.